Hey, and I'm going to read some questions from Noriko-san. Okay. We're so happy to see your performance in Japan again. Thank you for joining Friends on Ice. We'd love for you to answer a few questions. Okay, here we go. Question 1. First, we'd like to ask you about your new programs this season. You chose Riverdance for your short program. This was the program that earned you a spot on the 2014 Sochi Olympic team. Watching your Riverdance performance makes us feel as if we've received the greatest gift from you. Whose idea was it to choose Riverdance this season, yours or Rohene's? How did you feel when you made that decision? Ooh, lots of questions there. It was kind of a mix of just a lot of people coming up to me talking about Riverdance and the possibility of doing it. And it wasn't even just this year. I've gotten so many questions over the last 12 years of people asking me about Riverdance and would I ever do it again, consider it. And it never felt right. I loved the program, but I just never it felt too manufactured or too forced. But we were playing around with different pieces of music, and my long program this year is so personal, with such a personal story that it almost felt like the long was for me, and then I was able to give back in the short, and the short was for you guys. And I'm just so overwhelmed and so grateful for all the support over the years that this short program is kind of like my gift to the audience and the fans and everyone that's been supporting me throughout my career as just a thank you, and we're kind of celebrating it together and we're in it together, and it's I'm really excited about it. And kind of, it's now a short, so we reinvented it to be a short, and I'm looking forward to training it and working really hard to make it a program that you guys all really enjoy and love. The second question is, have you finalized the costume design for Riverdance yet? The costumes you wore at the 2014 US Championships was so beautiful. You still wear it in shows now, right? So great question. I honestly only wear that costume in Yuzu's show, Nota Stellata. That's the only time that I wear that green outfit. I don't do the Riverdance program in the show, but because in that show we all wear a different main color in the finale, and so they asked me to wear the Riverdance costume to represent green. That said, it does still fit, but the costumes are still being decided. We're playing around with a couple sketches and a couple ideas, so hopefully that will be done in the next month or so, but we'll see. I heard you chose the music for your free Say Something yourself. Your performance at Friends on Ice was so moving. It was truly wonderful. Thank you. Could you tell us why you chose this piece and what kind of message you hope to share through skating to it? Yes, I did choose this piece of music. It's a song that I've always really loved, and I found this cover of the song that Jacob Banks sings, and it's just so raw and so gritty and emotional. And I think for me, I've always struggled throughout my career to speak up and use my voice and advocate for myself, and I really wanted to have a program that represented that and showed the growth that I was making, not only as a person and not only as a skater, but as a person off the ice as well. And so I really wanted to do something that was so personal and tell a story about really speaking up and using your voice and finding your voice. I'm just excited. I'm really excited to perform it and show everyone the entire thing. I've performed it now shortened versions, but I'm excited for people to see it in its entirety and to continue working on it as the season goes on. Question 5, your vlog is so informative and fun. How do you record yourself cooking, walking to the rink, and especially filming from the other side of the oven? I love that question. And your editing skills are professional. What apps do you use? Oh, great question. I use this app that I love called Perfect Video is what the app is called, but it's just an editing app. And then I also will use, of course, Instagram to help edit things. And then I do translations and when I do subtitles, I use this app called Veed, V-E-E-D. But really, those were kind of what I use the most. And I'm so glad you enjoyed the vlogs. It's really fun to do. It's kind of fun to look back at weeks and like you have this diary of the week. And I just honestly just take a bunch of videos. Whether I have a tripod, so I put that up, I take it with myself, I put the video sometimes on a tripod and walk away and film it that way, so and move it around depending on where I am. Good question. Question 6. You're always so busy and traveling all the time. What are things you can't travel without? This time you have 2 suitcases, a carry-out, and a backpack, a lot of luggage. How do you even manage to carry all of that on your own? So, my rule when it comes to luggage is I never pack, or I never, pack or bring more than I can carry on my own. So that's like my goal. So I think really like when it comes to it, maybe maximum is 4 suitcases and a backpack is like my max that I could like take and carry all by myself. But so this I did pack 3 suitcases and a backpack. I always travel because I'm still competing and because I really try to keep things consistent because of the travel. I always travel with all my exercise equipment. I travel with a lot of food. I travel with things that just keep my day-to-day back at home, that I'm able to continue keeping up with that when I go abroad. So it really keeps things consistent. And that goes from my diet, that goes from working out, so I just really make sure to keep it all consistent, and that helps a lot with the travel. This season is an important milestone for you. It is. Could you share with us your goals, what you hope to accomplish, and what you want to value the most throughout the season? That's a great question. I think when it comes to this season, I think when you talk about goals in terms of outcome goals, and achieving things, you always want to skate. I want to have my personal best performances, at the Olympic Games. I really want to qualify for the Olympic team. If I have the chance to be part of the team event, I want to be on that team and help the U.S. win a medal, hopefully win gold. That's really what we're striving for when it comes to the team event at the Olympics. And I think, when you talk about what do you value the most throughout the season and kind of what I hope to accomplish, I really want to show people that you can succeed and you can create a path in the sport in so many different ways. I think so often we see that it's only about maybe the technical difficulty when it comes to the jumps that people are fixated on, and I really want to show people that you can also be successful when you're striving to push the GOE, working on the component marks, working to increase the quality, tell a story. I think I really want to show that matters in the sport and that is valued in the sport, and I really want the next generation to see an example of someone doing that and succeeding in doing so. And so I really hope to be on the Olympic stage, doing what I love, getting to share this sport with the world, and hopefully inspire a couple people along the way. And the last question is, thank you for answering all these questions. Can you share a message for your Japanese fans? I just really want to say to all the Japanese fans, just めっちゃ大好き、日本のファン、サポートをありがとうございます。I just feel so lucky to get to travel the world, get to perform for you guys. I just feel so grateful for the support and for the love and just the biggest どうもありがとうございます。And it's going to be an exciting year. So 頑張ってありがとうございました。